Well, good morning, everybody. Here we're on a Tuesday morning, and we're at that stage where it's so dark outside I have to turn on lights now. Sorry about my eyes. I have this thing where my eyes will do this every now and then. I think it's from working over a grill for so long. I'm sure that once I stop and I stay away from the grill for a while, my eyes will clear up. So we're on the last part of Ezekiel today, and it's definitely a restart. You definitely see it here. The reset, the boundaries, new boundaries are given to them. The divisions are given once again to the families, the allotments, the rules for such things, the rules for the prince, all those sort of things that God is establishing here as a restart. And but the thing that always stands out for me, and I'm sure will always stand out for me, is the imagery of the river. Coming from underneath the sanctuary, facing east but going south, and the change of the depth of it as it goes along. The trees, and then the schools of fish, and the fruit trees, and the fact that as it enters the Dead Sea, life is brought to the Dead Sea, and it's turned into the life like you see in the Mediterranean. And this, for me, always talks about how we are supposed to go to great depths with our God. If you just want to receive salvation and that's where you decide to stay, if you're just a tree planted by the streams of water, and you stay fresh and green, hey, that's up to you. But you know what? I want the life. I want that abundant life. Personally, I want that abundant life. I want that I'm surrounded by life. That life is produced through me. That because of Christ in me, there is this living water, this living fountain, this beautiful thing that Jesus talked about. And we see that the further you go along, you have the trees that are growing, that are great. But as you go down further, you've got the schools of fish that are feeding people. You've got the fruit trees, a great variety of fruit trees growing all along the banks. You just get this image of this overabundance of life. And these fruit trees that are growing in all seasons. They don't have a season of growth and then a dormancy. It's in all seasons. They're producing fruit. And the fruit is for eating. And the leaves are for healing. Because God intends to heal the whole man. Not part. The body, the soul, the spirit. Everything brought into His will, everything healthy and well. But you know what? If you don't know that, if you just stay at that point of salvation, that's all you receive from Him. Then that's all you receive. You've got to go further. You've got to go into that intimacy. You've got to go into the depth of intimacy with Him. Discover this abundant life. He said He came to give life, and life in abundance. But we have to press in. We have to go deeper all the time. You can't just scratch the surface of God. He's just incomprehensible. So we've got to try to grasp as much as we can of Him, which means we have to go deeper and deeper and deeper. We have to press and press and press. As we learn one thing, we move on to the next. As we absorb that thing, osmosis, we bring it into ourselves. It becomes part of who we are and our understanding of God. And then we press in for more and more and more and more and more, because there's no end to it. And the further we go, the more abundant life we're going to see. Schools of fish, the trees, the fruit trees. We become the fruit trees planted there in that depth of that fresh, incredible water that comes from the altar. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The imagery of that is absolutely breathtaking and wonderful, and describes the experience that we're supposed to be having. So how can we be satisfied with anything less? See the same river in Revelation. It's the same rivers there. And we need to jump in. We need to go deep. We need to go deep where we can't even swim across that river. But we go as deep as we can. Go as deep as we can. Get in there. Go as deep as we can. Don't stop. Just press on, press on, press on. learn to deep sea diving. Just, man, it's so important. You know, oceans in the Bible represent sin, but rivers represent life. They represent life, and so we get this coming into the Dead Sea, life coming into the Dead Sea, life overcoming sin, the life of Christ overcoming sin, and bringing life where sin, where there was death by sin, where there was death in that Dead Sea, representing sin. Life comes in by the river. That's what we want. That's what we want in their life. And we want to carry that with us so other people can experience it as well. So you have a blessed day. Let that river flow. Let that river flow. Jump in. Enjoy it as a kid. Just enjoy it. Get wet. Get so wet. Be that tree planted by the river, that fruit tree that's always in season, that's always fresh, that's always green, that never withers, never withers. Planted in that water. And let people eat from you. Let them be healed through you by Jesus Christ. Be blessed, be encouraged, be used by Him.